Here we go, second graders. We're gonna make some circuits. We're gonna do some circuits and make a little lamp. So, as I learned from other kits, it's very important that I look at all the instructions first. This is not the instructions. You can look at this Explore thing on your own with all these little cartoons and stuff. But here's my instructions. There's a lot of parts in this, and so there's two parts. One, you make the lamp, and then you make the game. So this might have to be in two different videos. This is going to be a step-by-step video that you can make along with it. If you think you don't need so much detail, I'm going to also give you a link to a different video that's much shorter, that the guy doesn't go through so many details. Okay, so I'm going to get all the parts out for my lamp. So I have this, here's the lamp base, the light holder, the donut, okay, with the battery thing, the batteries, there's the donut with the wires, an LED strip, which I'm not seeing right now. Oh, it's in here. It's in with the donut. So I'm just going through the instructions and getting out everything I need for the lamp. And then I'm going to put this stuff aside. Okay. So I got my donut. I got my lamp cover. Lamp base, lamp cover. Take this out of the packaging, the LED strip. You can always fast forward through some of my video if I'm going too slow for you. That's the great thing about you watching the videos on your own, is you can fast forward through them. I'm putting them out exactly like they have it here, just so I kind of like to do that, because then I can tell that I have everything. Okay, so I got this, the donut. Batteries. Okay, it looks like I don't need these right now. So I'll put those inside. So it's step one. Find the lamp base, then peel back off the donut and stick it to the printed circle. Okay, so here's the printed circle. And there's, this is like a sticker on the donut, so I'm going to peel that off. Be careful when you peel it off. These things are really sticky, so now it doesn't say not to cover anything, even though there's this hole here, so it just says put it right down on top. So I'm going to match up the edges of the circle and put it on top. Now what I'm finding is the donut is a little bit bigger than the printed circle, so you really don't want to do what I'm doing, because it's not going to stick as well. So the shape doesn't match exactly, so I'm going to try to match at the middle part as much as possible. Okay, so there's that. Step two, open the battery pack, put the AA batteries in the pack, and slide the cover back on. So there's a little thing here. You can feel it, it slides. You also have an on-off switch, make sure it's to off. It slides this way from the right, and on the inside there's a plus and a minus. So the plus is the side of the battery with the little thing that pooches out. And the minus is the flat side of the battery. And you guys have seen some of these battery packs before in Makerspace where we did squishy circuits. So make sure the flat side of the battery always goes on the spring that's in these holders. So I always put that side in first and then slide it down. Usually they go opposite directions. So again, this says plus right there, and there's a spring. Flat side goes on the spring. Now I'm going to put the cover back on. It should slide. So this has an edge, and this one has an edge, so it's going to slide this way. The little hole is by where the wires are, and there's those little raised things that you use to open and close it. Okay, so step 2. Step 3, flip the battery case over, hold the battery pack so the switch is facing up. So I said there was an on-off switch, so there we go. And stick the battery pack on the rectangle. Oh, I have to turn this back over. On the rectangle in the lamp base. So, putting it right. Oh, and the sticky stuff is showing through, so it's going to stick on this. So you have to make sure that the switch is up so you can turn it on and off. And again, I'm putting this exactly like it is in the picture. So then when I stick it, and you're going to need some room for the wires, but then when I push it down, I'm pushing on both sides to get it to stick. So now it's stuck. Okay, and then I can turn it on and off. Okay, wires point this way. Nope. So I just did this backwards. So, what it says is you want the switch toward the outside of the box, and the wires are on the inside of the box. So I should have done it that way. So I wasn't paying quite enough attention to the picture and the orientation of the box and the battery holder. Okay. Step 4, poke one of the LED strips wires up through the hole in the base. Okay, so this LED strip has these, so these little things right here are the lights. It says poke one up through. Now, it doesn't say which one, but in this picture, oh, it says poke them both through, just one at a time. Never mind, I thought it was just the red. So, poke them through one at a time. So now you have, and again, mine looks just like the picture. Okay, so I've got the wires poking through, the LED strips this way. Connect the red wire on the battery pack to the red wire on the LED strip. Okay, so red and red. And you'll see this is like a little paddle, and this is going to slip into this. And it should slip into the holder. You want to make sure that the metal's going in between the two pieces of metal. Okay, and then connect the black wires. Okay, and I'm talking about the wire part because all these end pieces are red on all of them. And make sure that the paddle thingy, I don't know if I can show you this very well. The paddle thingy goes in between, not on top. On the bottom, it has to go in between the metal. And push it in. It's a little hard to push in. This one looks weird. I want to make sure it's like that. Okay, good. Okay, so flip the base back over. Then fold the LED strip in half with the blank part on the outside. That means the lights are on the inside. I think I'm just going to check something. I just want to make sure that it's going to work. Okay, so I just turned it on to make sure everything's connected right before I start folding stuff. And so I switched it on, very bright LEDs. So now I'll go to this part. So it says have the blank part on the outside folded in half. I'm going to look at the next page for a second just so I can see what it looks like if it's going all the way down. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we want I'm going to bend the wires a little bit because we don't really want the wires sticking out. And fold this in half. I'm going to fold it all the way down to the cardboard. Yes, it should look something like this. I don't think it matters all that much. Blank part on the outside. Okay. Now place the light holder over the LED strip and push it down so it fits snugly inside the donut. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Kind of push it down on the foam. If you mess up, there's no sticky stuff on this part, so you should be able to get it off. Okay. And now it says stop and check. Turn on the battery pack to see if your lamp works. If it doesn't, go back and, okay, so we already checked that once, but let's check this again. Everything's still connected. Woo, okay. Pretty bright. All right, I wonder why they had you put the LED strip. Oh, they might be on the inside because this is plastic, and LEDs usually don't get that hot, but maybe they would melt the plastic if they were against the plastic. I don't know that for sure. I'm just making a guess. Because otherwise I would think you would want the lights out so it would be brighter. So turn that back off. Turn on the switch, make sure, okay. Step 8. Make sure the lamp is right side up. Press the lamp cover to the outside of the donut. So this is a lamp cover. Goes on the outside of the donut. I don't think it matters. It's the same on both sides, so it's not going to matter. And this is something you can really decorate. Okay, this is garbage. I'm going to save this little bag in case I need it for parts, and this is also garbage. Make sure when you're doing this stuff, keep your garbage together. You don't want to leave garbage any place for other people when you're making stuff. Okay, so step 8, make sure the lamp is right side up. Okay, so then it says, so now we want to make the lamp shade. This is part B of the lamp. So place a lampshade on top of the Kiwi Crate. So the lampshade is, oh, I didn't take that out. Okay, the lampshade was this. Okay, so you can make your own thing. I'm not sure what the black parts are for. This one they have the little bird, Kiwi. I think it has a different name. The Steve. The bird's name is Steve. Okay, so this one you're going to make Steve, and then you can always make, and then they give you one so you can make your own, I believe. And I needed one more thing that I did not bring with me. Place a lampshade on top of your Kiwi Crate, so we're going to use this because we're going to punch some holes in this thing. Then place the Steve template. Oh, okay, so my bad. This is the lampshade, the black. Sorry, this is the pattern, this is the lampshade. So first you're going to put the black piece, which is the shade, on top of it. Then you're going to put this on here. And I'll line it up. You could put some paper clips. So put it on top. And make sure the black side of the lampshade is up. Yeah. You ought to be punching holes in the black part. Okay. Match up the edges of the template and lampshade and press them tight against the crate. Use the ballpoint pen, which I was supposed to bring and I didn't, so I'm going to get that because I don't think there's one in here. No. Okay, so sorry about that. Line this up again. Pretty sure I have a pen. Pretty close. You need something pointy. You could also use a pin. You could use a paper clip. Okay, but it's something that you want to poke holes in it. Toothpick would work. So use the ballpoint pen to poke a hole at every dot. So you want to go on every single dot. You want to poke it all the way through. You want to poke it through the black. So this means you're going to be poking it in the Kiwi Crate too, in the cardboard. So if you want to use a different piece of cardboard, you could. Now, I'm going to be videoing me poking all these holes. Again, if you don't want to watch me poke every hole in this thing, in Steve, feel free to fast forward through this part of the video. I think I would use a pin because these holes are big. I would personally rather have smaller holes. And so you can hear this, that I'm poking through the cardboard. You might also have a fine point pen. This is kind of a fat pen too. So So make sure, again, that you want to poke a hole in every dot on this pattern. I think the eye too. Don't forget Steve's eye yet. So, okay, so now I've poked holes in every dot. It's kind of stuck to the thing, because I've also, now you can see I poked holes in this. And these are kind of stuck together, so make sure you peel them apart carefully. Okay, step 3, separate. Put the template aside. So this is the template. So if I was going to do this again, I would do it with a pin and make smaller holes, honestly. But that's okay. Okay, and then roll the lampshade up with the black side out. And you're going to put it inside the lamp cover. Now, I'm using a lot of light right now, so you might not be able to see this because I'm doing video, so you might not be able to see this too well. But so switch it on. So you can see that it's shining through the pattern of Kiwi. And again, I don't know. I'm kind of sad I didn't use a pin. I think smaller holes would be nice. But you could make more Steves around the other part. You could make your own pattern. They give you an extra black to make your own pattern. You can draw it on here. And then, so you can poke the holes through it. And that's pretty much it. Okay, in the dark, you would see this a lot better. And again, I think I would ask, you know, check with your parents, ask if they have a pin, or a toothpick would be really good. I think I'd rather use a toothpick. You might need more than one because sometimes they get dull. And that's it. You made the lamp. It says use the extra template to make your own pattern. If you have more black paper, or you could use other colored paper. What if it was red paper? That would look kind of cool. Okay, so that's it for that part, and I'm going to make a separate video for making the bowler game. We're going to use the lamp in that. Okay, so please post when you make this, post pictures to Seesaw so I can see them, because I really love to see your work.